Greetings all, Vanna here for Sagittarius's weekly message. Sagittarius, the first card that came out for you is Breath, Life. The birth of an idea is when you breathe the first breath of life into it. And it takes a lot of time and care for an idea to become a physical thing, especially if this is something like a business, a book, or some other form of creation that starts with a spark from you, and it's going to take a lot of work and effort to become a blaze. But it is possible, and I am very excited for you, because when someone starts to embark upon something that's truly following their heart, their life steps into the energy of their destiny. Literally what they came here to do. Because every person comes to this earth with a special syllabus, let's say. Your syllabus is that thing in the beginning of the year that no one reads. But it's supposed to show you everything that you're going to learn. Everyone has their own lesson plan and syllabus when they come to this world. When you start to follow your heart, you are working in alignment with your soul's purpose here on this world. And that's why what it is you are breathing life into now, this idea you are fostering and nurturing, it is so worth protecting. And as a reminder, you are worth protecting. If you do a lot of manifestation, visualizations, or daydreaming, I want you to imagine this cave. Like the seed of your dreams. It has just been planted. And now it has to be nurtured and cared for. But the storm of life is coming. So how do you protect something that is so weak and delicate and needs your constant care and attention while life still demands your presence? You put it in a small dome or a cave to protect it, checking in on it very, very often, even if it is just daydreaming or writing out a plan for 15 or 5 minutes a day. Do not let your dream get pushed to the wayside because life happens. Because life is going to continue to happen. It will always happen. And I love that I said the storm of life, and then I pick up the deck, and the storm cleansing card is the bottom of the deck. And in reverse as well. So I love that. Life is going to continue to happen around you. If your dream is important, you have to make it a priority to make time for it. Even if it really is just the daydreaming or the sketching out of it, because that puts your thoughts to it, that puts your energy to it, and that helps you co-create with spirit. That helps you build it in the physical world. You have to be brave right now, my love, because going after your heart, chasing your dreams, it seems fanciful and mystical because you go through a lot of weirdness, a lot of craziness that most people don't deal with in their daily life because they're not being challenged on the daily to become a better person. They're not challenging themselves to evolve. But when you go after your life's purpose, you have to actively shed your skin to become the next phase of who you are. Because the person who plants the seed is not going to be the person who reaps the crop. Because you have to evolve like that plant, going from its sapling stage to when it's starting to leaf to starting to flower and produce the fruit. And then you have to wait for the fruit to ripen. It takes time, and you simultaneously will go through several changes during that time. And it requires you to be very, very brave right now. But it is something that I believe you can do. When you set that fire and intention for your life into yourself, there is something wonderful that can occur. And the protection and the care that you have offered it is going to be celebrated when the rewards come in. When you look around at everything that you have done and everything that you have accomplished, and you could just sit with this awe. When you have that published copy of your book and you see your name in print and you're like, the late nights I spent up with this story are so worth it. You and everything that you have struggled through is worth going through this discovery, because you have to know who you are now and who you have been so that you can become the next phase of yourself. And that alone requires a huge amount of bravery, because you have to look at yourself in a way you never have before. Especially if you have hidden from hurt, hidden from trauma, pain, guilt, or shame, things you maybe blame yourself for. Your dreams have always been fantastical and mystical, something truly out of this world. But as we grew up and became adults, our soul began to die because we were forced to become a role, a puppet, another link in the system. And that's not how we are meant to be. It is a toxic circle and a toxic cycle. And so many of us are breaking out of it. You're realizing that it truly is just a circus. And are you going to be someone's plaything, or are you going to break out and find what the world means to be you? You have connection coming in for you with the Trinity of dolphins here. Dolphins are truly incredible creatures. They are almost as intelligent as humans. They can recognize themselves in a mirror, their friends from so very far away. They talk to each other and play. They are truly intelligent and creative, and they're also very protective of each other. Sharks can sense a pregnant woman in the water and sense, especially if she starts going into labor in the water. This has actually happened before. And dolphins have protected the woman. And I feel like that goes back to the protection cave. And finding your sense of spirit, or your spirit team, and how they communicate with you, and how they protect you, and how they have protected you every single day you have been on this world. Remember what is important to you. Attached to a bird, which always reminds me of freedom and flying high, unhindered, unbothered, and unbound. You have a lucky horseshoe on your side. Horses might be very important to you, or it could be a reminder of the stout loyalty of the incredible beast that is a horse. They have forever been a sign of loyalty and strength in my eyes, and those are the kind of qualities you want to uphold in yourself, as well as bring in from the people around you. So as you are attracting new people into your life, make sure that they are at least sort of resonating on a similar energy. You don't want to be around people who think the same way, but you also don't want to be around people who think very negatively and poorly of themselves and being very pessimistic. You can't really manifest very well in that energy, and it puts you back into the circus game of the push and pull of everything. Your ancestors are very proud of you, and they send you signs and messages through the insects that appear in your world. And if you live somewhere that insects aren't so prevalent, like maybe in inner cities and stuff, they will appear in signs and symbols and graffitis. Spirit speaks to you in so many ways, and when you start to recognize how they influence your world, you invite them in more, and they give so much more help to you developing your dreams, to developing towards this goal. They help steer that bravery and give you inspiration when you feel stuck. So connecting with your higher self, connecting with yourself is so important right now, because you are at a transformational point in your life right now, Sagittarius, where the dream that you have had is having a chance to become something real. But spirit can only manifest when manifestation and working with spirit, you get the eggs, the sugar, and the milk, and the butter, and everything to make the cake, but you still have to put it together and do that work to make it happen. And I do believe in you, Sagittarius, because you are incredibly brave and incredibly kind. And I sincerely pray for your happiness, my love. Have a beautiful day, Sagittarius.